become a December ritual for the Clemson Tigers, a 2-hour ride from their campus. Usually they got a orange-clad crowd of tens of thousands here. Only 5,200 in total, maybe 1,000 Clemson fans here. Able to witness this in person. Champions again. Who is going to dethrone them in the ACC as you look ahead? They may have that belt for a long time. They came out with a purpose.
I mean, is that a middle linebacker? I can't get enough for 47.
Neck brace, ankle.
I mean, he just sums it up right there.
All right, Maria Taylor will preside over the trophy presentation in the field. One more time, trophy be handed to the Tigers. Maria?
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we would like to direct your attention to midfield for the presentation of the 2020 ACC Football Championship Awards. Joining the ACC and the Clemson Tigers is ESPN's Maria Taylor.
Thank you and good evening. It is my pleasure to be here again for the 2020 ACC Championship Trophy ceremony. And first and foremost, we want to say congratulations to Notre Dame for a great regular season and making it to the ACC title game. And good luck with the rest of their postseason. But Clemson Tigers, congratulations again on yet another championship, your 6th straight outright ACC title. Representing the ACC and Commissioner John Swofford is the Senior Associate Commissioner for Football, Michael Strickland, and he will be presenting the trophy to head coach Dabo Swinney. Coach Swinney, in a lot of ways, Coach, we're getting used to the orange Gatorade bath. We're getting used to the orange and white confetti. But it doesn't take away from the fact that it's hard to make it to these moments to win a championship. How would you describe what your team was required to work through, particularly this season, to make it to this moment?
Unbelievable. I mean, this is... we've had a lot of great teams, but I told these guys, of all the teams I've had, this team deserved it the most. Unbelievable, uncharted waters that we've navigated this year. Unbelievable leadership, and just super proud of them. I've never had a team that deserved it more, and to see them play the way they did tonight and finish the job, 6 in a row. 10 wins, 10 wins in this year. Every year 10 wins is hard to do, but in this year it's almost miraculous. And hats off to our staff and our team. Unbelievable job.
Yeah, you have the longest active streak in the ACC championship history, but you had to go back through an old foe in Notre Dame. How would you describe what it was like to avenge a win and the statement that your team came out and made from very beginning of kickoff?
Well, this is what we set out to do. You know, Notre Dame's a great team, and we had a great game in South Bend, and, you know, stormed the field and all that stuff. And I told the guys in the locker room, look, no trophy was handed out tonight, and they're going to hand that out in Charlotte. And when we get to Charlotte, we'll be on the field, we'll get the trophy. So they've had a great year, but tonight it was all about the Clemson Tigers. It's all about this group right here. And, man, just thankful to the good Lord to have the opportunity. Just grateful that we played this year, and grateful that I've got a staff and a group of young people that love each other and are committed to excellence in everything we do. We had 72 guys, most we've ever had in school history, make a 3.0 this fall in the midst of this time. So that's the type of excellence that you've seen right here behind me.
Yeah, and one of those guys who's been excellent for you, I've seen you grab him and hug him a couple of times. What can you say about number 16, Trevor Lawrence, who is our MVP here tonight for the ACC Championship game?
Well, big shocker there. Here's what I would say. It would be a crying shame if the Heisman didn't attach their name to Trevor Lawrence. All right? That would be a shame. I know that's become a stat award, but if you watch college football and you don't know this is the best player in the country, I don't know what you're looking at. So to me, the Heisman should want their name attached to Trevor Lawrence. That's what I got to say about that guy.
All right, well, congratulations, Coach. That's a perfect preamble for Trevor Lawrence, who is the ACC Championship MVP. Please grab your trophy from Michael Strickland. So, Trevor, this would be your third ACC title, but the first time you take that home along with this team award.
I just had a really good feeling coming into this game that we had a good game plan. All the guys were ready for the second round. So just hats off to all our coaching staff, the whole team. Everybody helps us get ready. It was an awesome night.
I see your team is pretty excited behind you, but you guys have been through a lot this season. You had to be out due to COVID. I mean, you've had to really commit to making this season finish. How would you describe what it's been like for you and every single guy that's behind you right now?
It's been tough, but honestly, it makes moments like this even better. Knowing how much we've gone through, just kept fighting, kept working every day. Obviously, there's been a lot of doubt on the season just throughout the whole time, and just seeing everybody come into work, like I said, just every day with the same mindset. It's been really cool thing to be a part of.
Well, congratulations on another title. Congratulations on the MVP. And guys, go ahead and swarm them because you guys are hyped to celebrate your ACC championship. Clemson Tigers, enjoy this one.
All the greatness, but firmly grounded. Of course, all individual awards have a team element, but the ultimate individual award in this sport, the Heisman Trophy, Dabo Swinney making a strong statement. Yeah. Not that many people maybe would disagree with him. They'll have Heismans at the locations for all the finalists. It'll be given out virtually. He won't get a chance to go to New York for that. Maybe he'll be a New York Jet, but that's another story. He's not in green and white yet. He's in orange and white for at least one or two more games.
I love that Dabo said that, and I think he's, what he said, it was backed up by Trevor's performance in this game, and the voters will have to look. It's going to be tough. I mean, you and I are voters. You look at that ballot. There's a lot of great, amidst this global pandemic and COVID and all the different protocols they've had to jump through. There's some great individual performances, but 16 for Clemson. He's delivered. He's lived up to the hype and had an exclamation point of the season with his performance tonight in Charlotte.
Maybe it's fitting in 2020. Lawrence, of course, was touched by COVID himself, forcing him to miss the first game, but more than makes up for it here tonight. And you believe that Notre Dame has done enough. They're still going to be in that bracket.
I think they will. Coming in at 10-0, this game went sideways on them in a hurry, but I think the committee will look at that entire resume, and that should be enough.
It's also Cincinnati, the American Athletic Conference Championship game coming up. Game produced by Bill Bonnell, directed by Derek Mobley, for Bill Lamagnier and Maria Taylor, for Mike Black, Mark Demento, Darren Brown, us out. For Chris Fowler, so long from Charlotte. It's the Tigers on top one more time. College Football Scoreboard Show. Stay tuned for that right now.
Thanks for watching this special presentation from ESPN, home of the College Football Playoff semifinals on New Year's Day.
From the ACC to the AAC, we're getting you ready. Desmond Ridder in Cincinnati. They're warming up. By the way, they're dealing with a lot of rain. Cincinnati hosting Tulsa. They're trying to keep their uniforms in the locker room so they can stay dry. We're going to get you ready for that matchup, plus plenty of conversation about the playoff. We've learned a lot this year. Macrame, artisanal bread making, what can and cannot technically be used as toilet paper. But there's one last thing we need to find out. How loud can you scream hello 2021?
The party of the year is here with your hosts Ciara, Lucy Hale, and Billy Porter. Plus incredible live performances, the first millionaire of the year, and so much more.
Celebrate with us.
New Year's Rockin' Eve with Ryan Seacrest. Live starting at 8, 7 Central on ABC.
Thanks for waiting, Kate. Go ahead, sis. I got it. I know. Thanks, Mom. I really appreciate it. That's how strong my love is. That's how strong my love is.
retired New York firefighters. They work at a Long Island golf club. They love to fish, and they're identical twins. When Paul and Phil were both diagnosed with prostate cancer, they turned to a national leader in cancer care.
We chose Perlmutter Cancer Center at NYU Langone Health. They're on the leading edge of so many prostate cancer treatments.
Perlmutter treated them with a powerful one-week radiation protocol. Now they have something else in common.
We're both cancer survivors.
I got you, don't worry.
Looks like you're home.
This holiday season, hurry in to the BMW Road Home Sales Event and find your way home in the ultimate driving machine. Hurry in to receive a credit of up to $3,500 on select models now through December 31st.
Start the week right. Wake up with Channel 7 Eyewitness News Monday morning.
4 teams, 2 semifinals. New Year's Day, the college football playoff lives on ESPN.
It all comes down to this. 4 teams, 1 championship. Time to find out who's in. The College Football Playoff Selection Show, tomorrow at noon Eastern on ESPN.
Well, the playoff committee in Grapevine, Texas this afternoon, watching the games. Plenty to discuss after watching Clemson roll against Notre Dame 34-10. And that score does not feel like it indicates how it felt for the Fighting Irish as well as the Tigers as Clemson wins its 6th straight ACC title. Welcome to the studio, Kevin Nagani alongside Booger McFarland and Mark Sanchez. And the debate, it continues, of course. We will get to the Notre Dame conversation in a moment. Let's see the other side, and that is Texas A&M today, number 5 in the land, taking on.
And Taylor thought he was going back pylon. Mon thought he was going front pylon with like a fade return. They were just on the wrong page.
Games. Some schools ain't even played 7. Win 7 in a row in the SEC and win 8 overall. I don't care what league you're in. I don't care, what everybody.
Thank you. How would you respond to those who question whether or not A&M passes the eye test?
8 wins in the SEC. It is. It has the character. It has the quiet. It has the ability. But more importantly, it has the dynamic. It has the personality. It has the inner will to do that. Listen, when you're winning championships, there's something different about those groups. That's not talent. Everybody gets about talent. Listen, when you get to that level, talent gets you there. Your character and your heart and your desire and your inner workings and who you are as a person is what puts you over the hump. This team has those characteristics. Now, I don't know if we'll win one, but it has the characteristics to win one and should have the opportunity to win one.
And do you think
big part of it? I mean, you're talking about like right now. We're a month out there longer. The injuries, the bangs, the bruises, the practice, all that stuff matters. The political end of this thing, trying to get guys out there and they want to push their own schools to get up in there, is ridiculous. Put the best teams in it.
Oh, the spin room here. And Jimbo, he has a case here, as we've talked about, and he made these comments. And people are thinking maybe it's Ohio State because Ohio State just played 6 games. He wasn't making it because Notre Dame was going on. This was before Notre Dame played. Now he may want to switch it as we take a look at the resumes and you see the strength of record, the strength of schedule, and where the Irish are with that 1 loss. Now, game control, that bottom line, Cincinnati raising their hand as well. Where are they in the conversation? Of these 4, they're the only ones that are undefeated. Booger, Mark, back here. Okay, let's go to this. Best win for Notre Dame. Clemson, North Carolina.
Yes.
Right? Best win for A&M. Florida, Auburn.
Yeah.
Bad loss, and that is 28 points to Alabama in week 2 by Texas A&M. Right. Bad loss, Notre Dame, what we just saw. Who gets in your mind?
I have a hard time putting Notre Dame in there. I know they're a bigger draw potentially, but and all these coaches are going to do their sell job. I know. Yeah. Coach was just doing it right there and criticizing other people for doing it, but Notre Dame just got smacked too late. It was too much, too late, too soon before they vote. Bad taste in everybody's mouth. My opinion, Texas A&M is in, Notre Dame is out.
I think eventually that we're going to have to bring Ohio State into this conversation at some point. I think the committee is going to sit down and look at Texas A&M, Notre Dame, and then compare it to Ohio State. But for sake of this conversation, as you compare Notre Dame with A&M, it depends. Are you a resume guy or you're an eye test? If you're a resume guy, Notre Dame's resume is better. Okay, you beat Clemson, you beat North Carolina. If you're an eye test guy, after watching that shellacking just now, especially Texas A&M, there's never been a 1-loss SEC team not make the playoff.
You know why? That schedule in that conference is tough as all get out. So Jimbo has a point, and they've looked better. Their loss was earlier in the season, and early in the season gives you an opportunity to get better. Just like Clemson lost early in the season, they came back to revenge that loss. At the end of the day, I have a hard time putting a team in the playoff that's going to be played in a couple weeks that got embarrassed. Let's be honest, that game...
It's the timing, right?
That game was never close whatsoever. And I picked Notre Dame to win because I thought they were the better team, the more physical team. They got embarrassed tonight. And I just don't know if you can, as a committee, you can say the best 4 teams right now, and Notre Dame is one of them.
I agree. All right, by the way, the largest loss by an eventual playoff team was 23 points. That is Georgia losing at Auburn. And right now we're seeing a team that just lost by 24 and debating another team that lost by 28. So we will see how this plays out. And, of course, we've got another key game tonight, and that is Alabama and Florida. And we'll see how Cincinnati plays out. Meanwhile, Oklahoma making a case at number 10. Now, Iowa State moving in the rankings up at number 6 here. But early on, Spencer Rattler, this guy's played a huge role. Hashim Young was furious, and then Spencer Rattler on target. And you see the roll there.
Form to the left a little bit. He looked off the safety and hit the post right behind him over the top. Great throw.
Yeah, Iowa State trying to find some momentum here. Brock Purdy appears to make Oklahoma jump twice.
It's not enough just to jump offside. You have to make contact. And so and I would have been too.
That was a
guy catches it or no one catches it.
Brees Hall, he'll go in for the score. Iowa State made this a game late. 1:14 left. You're down by only 6. You can't make this. He's playing too much fun like this.
Look at you ripping off on Purdy, man.
Oh, wow. That's too low right now. Oklahoma leads 27-21. They're 7-0 since losing to Iowa State. 6th straight Big 12 title. And we talked about Ohio State. Chris Olave not playing in this game. 22 Buckeyes were out. Justin Fields and company taking on Northwestern. And it's Peyton Ramsey's legs. That's the story. 34 yards there. Big play from Northwestern. That would set up the direct snap in Cam Porter.
Nice play. The Wildcats get in the Wildcat formation. Caught the Buckeyes by surprise. And early on, you saw the physicality of this Northwestern team.
It's 7-3.